My name is Joe Saul. I'm an adoptee, a psychotherapist, and the author of Adoption Healing, A Path to Recovery.
If you believe in the primal wound, and I do, then it's clear that we adoptees have anger that occurs at the moment of separation from our mothers. This anger is part of us and for the most part remains hidden from our conscious mind. Our anger, rage really, can truly be hidden from our consciousness. This needs repeating again. Our rage can totally be hidden from our consciousness. We may not be aware of it at all. Hopefully, we may at some point become aware that we have a lot of anger and do some therapy of one sort or another and resolve our conscious anger issues. However, there is always the primal wound anger lurking in the background. Our 7-year-old self, whether we know it or not, has rage at not being kept. No matter what our adult self thinks about losing her mom, our 7-year-old has the rage, and therefore we may look at the world, in particular our natural mothers, through anger-colored glasses without being aware of it in any way. This means we cannot be objective about our mothers and that we can get angry at them at the drop of a hat. If looking through anger-colored glasses is also the way we look at the world in general, which it often is, then anger will be an even bigger problem for us. When an adoptee comes to me and tells me that she's having reunion difficulties, one of the first things I ask is if her inner child is angry at her mom for not keeping her. And invariably the answer I get is she is not angry. And I ask the adoptee how she knows this, and she says, well, she just knows she's not angry. And I ask her to ask her inner child, and she will usually immediately repeat that her inner child is not angry. I ask the adoptee if her inner child said that, and she repeats that she is not angry, clearly not having asked her inner child. And I think that the anger is so huge, nuclear perhaps, that the adoptee is afraid to hear it from her inner child. To truly deal with this rage, our adult self must have stopped blaming her mom for not keeping her. And if you have not done this, I suggest watching The Coercion of Pregnant Women and the Blame Game videos on the Adoption Healing website. It's normal for our 7-year-old inner child to be full of rage for not being kept. It's normal to be terrified of that nuclear rage. We need to let our 7-year-old self express her anger, validate it for her, and then if we are to have good relationships with our natural moms, we need to help our inner children direct their rage to the event or the circumstances that took us from our natural mothers. To do this, our adult self has to believe that our mothers had no choice. Then we must tell this to our inner child until she believes it. And when we convince our inner child that it was not her mom's fault, that it's not okay to be angry at mom for something she had no choice about, then we will be able to redirect our anger away from mom and take the anger-colored glasses off. Our relationships with our mothers will improve, and we will feel lighter. Our relationships with others will likely improve as well. Those anger-colored glasses are a huge burden. The burden will be lifted. I hope you enjoy the freedom. Namaste.